When you add Janis to Slack, it really is like adding a member of your team to a workspace. And by default, everyone on your team can communicate with Janis via DM. You just simply send messages to Janis and Janis will reply. And you'll see that I've starred Janis and that would put Janis at the top of my list. Let's say I want to collaborate with Janis and other people in my workspace. Well, the best way to do that is to create a channel. So you'll see here it says channels, and you'll click this plus sign, and you'll want to create a channel. So let's say I call it my bot project. You'll see that I can't use capitals or spaces, so I've put dashes. And then I'll just click create channel. And now you'll see that my bot project has been added to my list of channels, and I'm taking into the channel. Now what I want to do is I want to invite people into the channel, and I can invite bots, including Janis. So I just simply say @Janis to mention them. And I click enter, and it says you mentioned @Janis, but they're not in this channel. Would you like to invite them? So you just click this link. Now Janis is in the channel. And now you can also invite other people on your team. So you can all work on a bot project together with Janis. So I actually got a alert from Janis already in this channel. But let's say I want to invite somebody on my team. I see Mike is on my team. And so I just enter Mike. And if I click to enter, it would then allow me to invite Mike. So now both Janis and Mike have been added to the channel, and the three of us can collaborate. And so just to show you how to interact when you have more than one user or a bot in a channel, you just have to mention them. Actually, when it comes to Janis, you'll need to mention them. You don't need to mention a human, but if you want to send a message to Janis, you just say @Janis and then your message. And Janis will respond. If I send a message without mentioning Janis, then Janis doesn't know that that message is intended for Janis. So keep that in mind. You can chat with people on your team inside of a channel, and you can work together. And then when you want to communicate with Janis, simply mention Janis. Now, you can invite others that are not in your workspace to this channel. Let's say you have a freelance contractor that you're working with, or you have a client and you want to invite them to your workspace, but you don't want to invite them to the entire workspace and share all of your work or all of your projects with them, but just the bot project. Well, if you click this invite others, then you'll see at the top left, invite a new person to your workspace. And you'll be given options. And so one thing to keep in mind is that you'll need to be a paying Slack user to have this feature called single channel guests. If you're not paying Slack, then this option isn't available. So it's essentially a pro feature of Slack. So you would just simply click single channel guests, and all you need to do is enter the email address of who you would like to invite to the channel. And you can also set a time limit for how long they might have access. So that's really helpful if you want to invite people that are not a part of your workspace or not a member of your team into this channel, and you'll want to collaborate with them. And so you can do a number of things with Janis in a channel, but as you know, Janis also creates channels. So Janis creates an AI training channel, and you'll see here that we have a whole bunch of those. And let's go into this channel here. And you might want to invite your clients or other team members into here, and then you can train your bot together. So this is really helpful. I just typed hi, and you'll see that Dialogflow responded with a redirect to a welcome message block in ChatFuel. But I think what is going to be important to note is that this is really ideal for bot makers who don't want to give access to ChatFuel or Dialogflow, while the client wants to own the copy and the tone and the actual dialogue with their customers. So they can participate here in this channel, and they can be active contributors. They just simply click this reply link, and you'll see here that they have training tools that are available to them. They simply use natural language. There's no overly complex functionality here that you might find in Dialogflow, so you won't overwhelm your clients. And so you can have multiple parties collaborating on bot training. Some can do it from Slack, and as a developer, you could work directly from the Dialogflow interface or the Chatfuel interface. And again, the same applies here. You might just want to invite somebody to just this AI training channel, and you would just click this gear icon, and you can click invite new members to join, and follow the same process. Invite single channel guests. Finally, the third way to collaborate is to actually take an entire bot project and link it from one workspace to another workspace. So you might be a bot developer and you're working in your own Slack workspace on all of your projects, but you have clients each working in their own workspaces on their projects and managing their businesses. So you can actually link an entire project to another workspace. And this is important because one of the channels that Janis creates are what we call transcript channels. So you can take over live and actually communicate with your users, your end users, directly from this workspace. So your users could be on Messenger and you'll be able to chat live with them directly from the workspace. But it's important to note that if you're sharing a channel, like I've done here, either this AI training channel won't do it, or where was that other channel, the My Bot Project channel. So when Janis creates these transcript channels, you'll need to have access to those channels, and so you can't invite single channel guests to every single transcript channel. That doesn't make much sense. So you'll want to link a project, and then that way the project is shared between another workspace and your workspace, and then people working from the other workspace can access all of these transcript channels as well.